Welcome to Fantastic Vision. Please subscribe us before you watch today's video. If you always watch our channel, you may know that chip technology giant ASML. As we all know, at present, only ASML can manufacture EUV lithography machines, and TSMC is the most advanced enterprise. In order to restore the supply chain advantage, the United States has gradually made these two enterprises into pawns, through various means, fully participating in the restrictions. In the ranks of China's semiconductor industry, after being forced to suspend cooperation with Huawei, TSMC could only go to the United States to build a factory to grasp American customers, and ASML also lost the right to freely ship EUV lithography machines. At first, the two companies did not have much complaints, but they supported Intel. The practice of putting pressure on and cutting off the supply of DUV lithography machines completely aroused the dissatisfaction of the two companies. Due to TSMC's internal factors, it could only continue to compromise, but ASML chose to reverse the water. The Netherlands directly delegated power to the company. Shipment. What is the purpose of ASML? ASML is restricted by the United States. Since the implementation of relevant restrictions in 2019, ASML has not been allowed to ship 14 nanometers and below lithography equipment to Chinese companies, and even the second-hand channels have been restricted. Therefore, the country has not obtained any high-end lithography machines. It also directly caused the most advanced technology in China to be stuck on 14 nanometers, and it was still unable to break through the bottleneck of 7 nanometers. The reason why ASML is so obedient is not only that it cannot get rid of American technology, but also has a lot to do with the excessive infiltration of American capital. In 3 years, high-end chips cannot be purchased, which has caused serious damage to the actual development of Chinese companies. Huawei's annual revenue loss exceeded 200 billion. Under heavy pressure, the country had no choice but to start the research and development of the entire chip industry chain technology. However, after entering 2022, ASML's attitude towards the Chinese market has begun to change. From the previous attitude of putting the blueprint in front of us, we can't make it, has gradually become flattering, and it continues to support Chinese companies in public, directly choosing singing against the United States. It is directly violating the embargo regulations to sell equipment to Chinese companies. But the bottom line of the United States lies in the EUV lithography machine, so there is no plan to compete with ASML. After all, the follow-up US companies still need technical support from it. Otherwise it will be difficult to complete the plan to reshape the local semiconductor industry chain, which will make ASML completely. What is the reason for the reverse water? ASML's Rebellion has other plans. European countries believe that they are indestructible allies with the United States, so they have never spared no effort in the process of cooperation in the field of science and technology. However, after the implementation of relevant restrictions in 2019, the taste of all this seems to have begun to change. In the first 2 years, enterprises, such as ASML, are still very serious in implementing the ban in accordance with relevant regulations. But in the follow-up, the United States continued to ask ASML to transfer production capacity, high-end technical talents were also poached, the headquarters in the Netherlands was almost evacuated, and EUV lithography machines were restricted from shipments. But since the United States intends to restrict DUV lithography machines, ASML and the Netherlands have instantly woken up. The cunning United States not only wants to keep advanced technology for itself, but also uses these high-end talents to develop technologies that can replace EUV lithography machines. Micron's one process, Xivex's electron beam lithography machines, etc. It has become a potential threat to ASML, which also blows the clarion call of rebellion. At that time, China also accelerated the research and development of lithography machines. Many single-piece core technologies have achieved breakthroughs. Chinese companies that have experienced despair have also begun to pay more attention to the layout of their own industries. Even without EUV lithography machine, using DUV lithography machine can also realize 7 nanometers process, and all chip demand problems will also be solved by then. Shanghai Microelectronics is currently accelerating the lithography machine, and high-quality enterprises, such as Huawei, are also moving towards the direction of core particle technology, superconducting quantum chips, and photonic chips. As long as a breakthrough in any of these technologies is achieved, it will be able to get rid of the shackles of ASML completely. Although these technologies are all in a theoretical state, and it will take a long time to achieve real commercial use, the successive announcements of some core technology patents are enough to make these international companies fearful. And ASML has also ushered in old rivals Nikon and Canon. After the United States released the corresponding restrictions, the former originator of lithography machines also completely announced its return. The two Japanese companies are targeting the Chinese market. In terms of DUV lithography equipment, there is no gap between their technical strength and ASML. If they do not lay out the market at this time, there will be no chances in the follow-up. For many years in a row, the import share breaking through 3 trillion dagwang, ranking first among all imported products, which is attractive enough for international companies. But obviously, there is still a long way to go for domestic lithography machines, and we should not overinterpret the breakthrough of a single technology. RF light source DUV lithography machines can be bought and sold, but according to relevant media reports, the price of recently imported equipment is 3 times the market price. Apparently ASML is a bit out of place, and it must be a deviation in price. Such news will not be groundless. Even if it feels like this, we are still begging to buy it, which makes people feel sad. Business does not talk about family and country feelings, and some only have eternity. Interests, the purpose of ASML is very clear. What do you think about this? Thank you.